I hope you're keeping in extremely good health and in perfect happiness. Today we're going to talk about simple ways we can elevate our femininity without breaking the bank, and more so without doom scrolling and chasing after trends, because when we chase, we lose the feminine essence. The feminine is not about it's not about chasing, it's more about receiving. And how do we receive? By listening, by turning down the noise and listening to the wisdom of the body. Because the thing to remember is that we all came with our very own unique essences, our own codes that have been downloaded to us. So by turning down the noise, we can listen more, because the intuition is really about listening and less about the noise, less about what's next, what's trending. And that is a lot of chasing that we're doing. So the feminine is really about just relaxing. The Killers, one of my absolute favorite band, they say there's no message we're receiving. Do let me know if your heart is still beating. That is human. So that's the thing. Sometimes we're not receiving the intuition because we're just not listening. So today I have very simple tips. I'm a very simple creature. Being a Taurus, I love things that are simplified, things that can be easily incorporated into the routine. There's so many different archetypes out there, like so many, and it's beautiful because it shows how unique and interesting human beings are. So you're going to have your sage, you're going to have your empress, you're going to have your sophisticated lady, you're going to have all those archetypes, and you don't have to be one thing. Of course, there are seasons in our lives where it calls for you to be the empress, or there are seasons in life where it calls you to be the huntress, or to be whatever you're called to do, because again, we're simply just walking back home, right? We're just remembering who we are. And the neat thing about it is that we don't have to box ourselves in one category. The feminine is about self-expression, it's about individuation, it's about self-acceptance, self-mastery. So the moment you think that you have to be in one category, you're going to limit yourself, and there's no joy in that, there's no flow in that. And the feminine is not about stagnation, it's about movement. So some of the tools that I love to use on the feminine journey is about clothing. Clothing are the easiest things to use, because clothes cognition theory, how clothes can easily change the way you feel, the way you see yourself, and also how you step out into the world. So like we mentioned earlier on, that we have different archetypes, right? So sometimes it's about dressing for that archetype, whatever it is that you're feeling, whatever it is that you're going through in that moment, anything that can help you express yourself more. So sometimes about shopping with that in mind, instead of shopping with, let's say, trends in mind. What is trending at the moment? Can you imagine the people who bought those jelly plasticky shoes, and in most parts of the world it's already winter? What are we gonna do with those plastic shoes? Because it's a trend, and because it was everywhere, we could have fun with it if that's what you wanted. But if it's not something that is true to your essence, true to your style, personality, what are we going to do with the plastic shoes? I mean, we have to keep in mind that there's a world we have to take care of, right? So in terms of choosing clothing, it could be a color psychology as well. The psychology of color makes a massive difference. I go through phases when I'm like into different colors, and also sometimes it's about what I'm going through. You never know what is impacting you to make a choice that you're making. So sometimes it could be because of the phase of the moon. It affects us all differently. The waxing phase, the lunar phase, everything. That's why it makes us human beings very complicated. And using clothes, bearing in mind your body type, your style, personality, your color analysis. When you go for shopping, make sure that you are going to choose things that are going to, again, communicate that which you want to convey or that which you want to feel. You want to feel more confident, tomato red, violent shades of pink, anything that makes you feel like your most confident self. I'm going through a tomato red phase, and red is one of those colors that is on my palette because I'm a winter. And there are times when I wear it, and then there are times when I just don't want to be associated with red. But recently I've fallen madly and deeply in love with anything red. It's a fun color that can elevate any outfit. One time I was out and about having fun. I hardly go into Zara, like hardly, probably once or twice a year now. And one day I was out and about and I'm like, oh, Zara, I haven't been there in a while. Let me go see what they have. And as luck would have it, although I don't believe in luck, okay, as luck would have it, they had an end of season sale. And as I was walking in, I saw, I think I wore the blouse a couple of two videos away, like red top, and then I found another red top, and then I found a pink top, like all in my palette, and it was just perfect. Those pieces are not trending by any stretch of the imagination, but are they true to my style personality? Absolutely. Are they pieces that I wear and then it just they increase my confidence level? Absolutely. So that's what you have to remember. And also with femininity, there are certain situations that allow us to be more playful, to be more receptive. Even other people as well. People bring out that side of us. Like certain people can make you more playful, or they can make you more masculine, or they can make you perform, or they can make you bring out the princess in you. They can make you relax, or they can make you feel softer or be on your guard. So those are the things that you have to look out for. So depending on the clothes, if you want more confidence, if you want to feel more playful, or you have to be more masculine, depending on who is in front of you, depending on the situation, then you can dress that accordingly. Whereas if you buy things that are trendy, when you need to put on the armor, chances are you're not going to have anything to fall back on, because everything was so trend-led. Nothing speaks to your soul. Nothing is going to help you amplify your message. So when shopping, always remember your color, how you want to feel, and more so your style personality. Not just relaxation and lymphatic drainage, but also in terms of improving the quality and the texture of our skin as well. If you, like me, love to layer a lot of products, you're going to have a build up over time. So that's why it's important to always incorporate any form of brushing you can to your routine. I've made a song and dance about dry brushing. It is a practice that I genuinely swear by. Like I said, it is mega relaxing. It just gives you that flawless, gorgeous skin from head to toe. Old toothbrush, always recycle. It's good for the planet, it's good for the environment. Or is to just apply, let's say, like you in the morning or at night, especially at night. Nighttime is better because you've been wearing lipstick potentially the entire day. So you really want to exfoliate your lips in a gentle manner. So you've done your cleansers, you've removed everything. There's no trace of makeup. And then as you do your cleanser, I like to apply a thick layer of Vaseline on the lips. And then gently just slow away all the dead skin cells. It's going to improve also circulation. It's going to improve your lips as well. And also that line, you know, there's that defined line between the lip, but on the lips, on top of the lips. It disappears for most people when they do like lip fillers, but if you have it and then you brush it, it's going to be that much more defined. The following morning, your lips are just going to look larger and more juicy and just healthier. So this is definitely a winner. You should also have another one for the hairline. I cannot say this enough because this is what has made a massive difference for my ages. I've also made a song and dance about how I was on a journey to restore my hair after I lost a significant amount of hair due to heat, and kept on working that hair straightener, and yeah, unfortunately it happens, but it's hair to just grow back anyway, isn't it? And sometimes it's just dead hair, there's nothing you can do about it. Whereas with the edges, I find that also a few times a week on the hairline, just gently brush. I like to use the ordinary conditioner. There's something about it, it is mega gentle, and it's easy to wash off as well. So before you apply your serum, you can just gently exfoliate all that build up. And also on the hairline, the reason why I do this on the hairline is because we wear a lot of foundation, we're wearing wigs, and also foundation, like I said, and also some of the moisturizers, they end up, you know, getting caught up on the hairline. So sometimes your products, it's not that they're not working, but because there's so much gunk on it. So a few times a week, also to wake up the follicles. And when I apply a serum afterwards, I find that it actually gives me a tingling sensation every time I do the brushing first. Whereas if I just go about my day without exfoliating, I don't get that tingling sensation, and that's what you need, because you want to wake up the dormant cells that have been severely damaged. Really improved my confidence. This is vitamin C. It's new to me, like I said, in the sense that I've been using it for almost 3 months now. I don't use it every day, 3 times a week, but then it depends on your skin tone and also what you want to correct. If you have a lot of pigmentation, then you can obviously increase the number of times that you use it. I only do 2 to 3 times a week, because I don't have an uneven skin tone, and also because I want to preserve my brownness, if that makes sense. I have that skin that is like, if I don't get in the sun, I become more fair, and then if I go in the sun, I'm like golden. So it's very, what can I say, it quickly adapts to whatever condition it is under. So I used to be fearful of vitamin C because I was afraid that it's going to make me really bright, but it doesn't. And apparently it actually helps to protect the skin from the UV rays and the sun damage, especially as you go about, and then pollution in the air as well. So any vitamin C, it has to be good quality, I think, because not all vitamin C is, much like everything else, are created equal. So if you want to increase your feminine essence and feel confident in your skin, clear the skin, heal the condition of the skin, and this way, if you feel cold to go for your matcha without your face on, you can just put on a lip gloss. I've been doing that a lot and I have no issues with it. My confidence is where, if I'm wearing something, foundation, makeup, or now foundation, it really doesn't make a massive difference to me anymore, because we've done enough work on the skin. So this is the place where I wanted to be, just to be able to go with or without. So a highly concentrated, pure vitamin C is your friend. It is going to take your self-care and your skincare to the next level. Oh, we had time for today. I do hope you enjoyed today's video. That being said, love one another, take care of one another, and be kind to one another. If nothing else, I shall be seeing you in my next video. Bye.